So I know there's been a lot of talk of where I stand with Logix baits. So in today's video, I hope to clear that up for you. And we're starting right now. All right, so I got a box in the mail the other day from Logix baits. I have already opened it up, taken everything out of the package, but I want to show you guys what I actually received and kind of explain where I stand with Logix baits. So, as you know, in the past, they were kind of my first pro staff, so to speak. I was new to the industry. They reached out to me, so I jumped all over that. Looking back, probably should have pumped the brakes a little bit and done my research, but hey, you live and you learn. But they are actually under new ownership now. So the new owners come in and trying to clean up their image a bunch. One of my big pet peeves was the turnaround time on how quickly baits come in stock. Already I'm seeing a huge difference there. He is on top of his suppliers, as well as he's much more open. I can pretty much communicate and talk to him daily, which I do. So with that said, guys, I guess you could say we've rekindled that relationship. They hit me up with an offer that I thought was going to be beneficial for both my brand, Six Pack Bass, as well as Logix baits, which, guys, if you're looking for pro staffs, that's really what you want in a pro staff. It should be a two-way street. You shouldn't be putting in all of the work and not getting anything, and the company shouldn't be just giving away a ton of free stuff to you and not getting any return on investment. So it's definitely a partnership, and it's mutual. It goes both ways. But enough of me rambling, enough of the nuts and bolts. Let me show you what I got. So you guys may have seen on Instagram, I threw this box together, and I hope that you guys can see that there. But let's talk about what's in this box. So I originally, as you know, fell in love with their Black Knight Frog, which he was nice enough to, lo and behold, send me a Black Knight Frog. Which this color is very, very hard for them to keep in stock, or it was very hard for them to keep in stock because it's pretty popular. It's black and purple with a red and black tail. This one, like I said, I just got. In a previous video I talked about this. I would actually trim up the skirt on this guy. In fact, I have another older one, and as you can see there, I've trimmed that skirt up. But this is their slasher frog, and let me just pull up their website real quick here and give you a little bit of detail. So it's 2-inch frog, 1/3 of an ounce. Like I said, this is Black Knight color. They have, looks like 6 different colors. This frog runs $6.99. And with that said, guys, as I'm going through this, be sure my new code for them is SPB20. So you actually save 20% on anything on their website, which that's one of their largest discounts that they give out. Myself and only a handful of others have that 20% discount. So check out their website, logixbaits.com. I'll throw that in the description as link in the description, as well as my code, but SPB20 will save you 20% off anything you order from their website. Moving on, I'm gonna stick with that topwater theme. So next up, they have some topwater poppers that I was very interested in, and these are the Splash. And this first one here, as you can see, the hooks are still banded. I just got this guy in, but your typical popper there. It does have a rattle to it. It has some nice weight, so this guy you're gonna be able to cast this guy very, very, very far. Haven't got to use this yet, but I am very, very interested. They actually sent that to me in 2 different colors. This is more of a golden kind of tiger striped color, but same thing. Color on this one is tiger, and the first one that I showed you is silver shad. Moving right along, the big boy. This is their BB glide. This is their glide bait. This is the copper shad color, which, believe it or not, this color is not all that popular. But this is actually my favorite of the 4 colors that they carry. This bait is $24.99, a little bit more premium bait, but I mean, if you look at most glide baits, they're gonna be up there in price. But again, you can save 20% with my code. Like I said, this is the copper shad color. They have 3 other colors on top of this. Most everything that they use has mustad treble hooks on it, so you're gonna get a good treble hook there. Moving on to the crankbaits. So this one, this is kind of a subject where it gets a little murky. I actually have some of their older crankbaits, which for those of you who have been around with Six Pack Bass since the beginning, you know how much I fell in love with those. That was under the previous owner, and just to cut it short, so to speak, there were definitely some patent issues with that, so those will no longer be available. So I guess I have some relics. Hopefully I don't get broken off because I won't be able to replace them. But since then, they have reached out to a lot of, I guess you could say, mom and pop custom bait builders. So everything on their website now is moving more towards that custom bait. And their crankbaits are no different. So let's just start out with their Crazy Craw 2.0 Lipless Crankbait. I have the Night Fury color, which again, it has a nice, almost like a knocker thud versus a rattle. Mustad treble hooks on this as well. The only thing I will say, the paint job is decent. It looks like there is a ton of clear coat on it, so I'll be interested to see the action on this. Like I said, I haven't gotten any of these in the water yet, so I will give a full review once I had a chance to go out and actually test them out. But not bad. I'm always a fan of Lipless Crankbait. Moving right along to their square bill. And guys, the Lipless I just showed you in this square bill, just I guess to give a nod to the creator, these come from KCD Baits and Outdoors, and I believe you can find them on Instagram. But they're the ones that do their Crazy Craw 2.0 Lipless as well as their Crazy Craw 1.5 square bill. And I got another one in Night Fury, but as you can see, this has that square bill on it. A little bit lighter bait. Let's see if they have the specs on this. It's 3/8 of an ounce, 2 to 5 foot diving depth. But as you can tell, this one has more of that BB rattle, whereas that Lipless was more of a thud, like a knock. But I've got 2 different colors here, Night Fury, and then I've got the Blood Craw, which I really want to see if you can see that there. It's got purple and kind of a red with the tiger stripes. But moving right along, this next one is more of a premium item. So much like that glide bait that I showed you. This is their Frogger, which this is a crankbait as well, but I'm trying to pull up the specs. So 4 to 6 feet diving depth for this guy. And the paint job on this one, in my opinion, is one of their better paint jobs. And it has kind of that in between. So not as much of a thud as this Lipless, but definitely not near the high-pitched BB rattle. Somewhere in between is where I would put this one. This is in a bluegill color, and I actually really like the way that this crankbait looks. Very, very impressed with these. They have this Frogger series, which is 4 to 6 foot as far as the depth that it runs. And then they also have a wobbler, which looks like created by the same people, but it's more of a square bill, but same colorway, same big bug eyes there on it. Let me see if I can find out. Doesn't look like they have updated who makes these, but nonetheless, I'm interested to try those as well. And I eventually will get my hands on pretty much everything that they have on their website. But just wanted to show you what came in the mail. I'm interested to see where this partnership goes. It's really, I guess, the very first one that I've had that you could say is a true sponsorship. They do send me baits, or will be sending me baits from time to time. Jump down in the comment section for me, guys. What's your experience with Logix baits? Have you reached out to them recently? If so, what's been your experience with the new ownership versus the previous ownership? I really want to know, guys. Like I said, I'm kind of giving them a second chance because, well, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, new ownership, new direction. We'll see where it goes. As of right now, I'm pumped and excited with everything that I received. Oh, I did forget, because I've already tied it on to my frogging rod here, but this is their Poppin Frog series. So still a hollow body frog, but it does have that popper on the front, which I believe this is the Reaper. It is. This frog's $9.99, and this is in Sunrise Blue. They have 4 colors on this guy as well. But that's all I got for this one today, guys. A little bit different outro. I'm actually going to leave you with my most recent catch. Nothing special, just only had a few minutes to go out to a local park, chunked it around a little bit, and this was the result. Guys, not already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I will see you on the next video.
Little guy choked it.